A look back at an exceptional day. July the 8th, 2022 was the first MOVINON Impact event satellite co-powered by CMA CGM dedicated to scaling up renewable synthetic fuels for a carbon-neutral future. It was a unique opportunity to demonstrate on the field in Marseille and the Mediterranean basin that fuel innovation projects come to life. A collective approach with 3 committed partners: CMA CGM, Total Energies, and the Port of Marseille-Fos. Deep dive into a unique live liquid natural gas bunkering experience. A major technical operation.
We are dealing with cryogenic fluid and gas, so we need to have a lot of requirement in terms of safety, first of all, to organize the ship-to-ship transfer. What does it mean? It means that when you see a bunkering vessel like Gas Vitality bunkering CMA ships, it started already 5 or 6 years before to have all the standards harmonized, developed with the local authorities, with the ports, with the CMA, with the ship owner, and with the class society. So it's a lot of preparation of technical work which you don't do for conventional fuel. Due to the very special nature of LNG.
But also risky.
What is very specific for this operation, you are working with product LNG at a temperature of minus 160 degrees. So you have very be careful and you have to work on a safe and smooth operation.
A genuine tour de force from key industry players.
There are actually many players involved in the supply chain. So you have the local authorities, the ports. Of course, we have to deal and coordinate with our own vessel, the bunkering vessel, the Gas Vitality. So is there a crew, there is a company behind who is operating, there is the ship owner who has the responsibility of the vessel. And finally, you have to deal with your customer, CMA CGM in this case, because there is a lot of and many cooperation and collaboration to synchronize between the arrival of the vessel, when the vessel is ready, the container vessel, so that we have to bring the molecule at the right time. So there's a lot of actors, players around this ecosystem, which is quite complex, and we need a very close cooperation between all the actors.
Because the energy transition in the maritime sector is accelerating.
LNG is very important for the energy transition because it is a transitional fuel that opens the door to biomethane, synthetic methane and e-methane. Those are the same molecule, but the last ones are from a renewable source and will enable us to achieve the net zero carbon for shipping.
Ship owners and energy companies invest in the future with new alternative fuels.
Shipping will need all solutions to decarbonize its sector. So e-methane, synthetic methane, but also green methanol will be needed for the shipping. And we will be looking at all the sources of renewable energy with our partners in order to reach our targets of net zero.
Ports also play a decisive role in the carbon-free race.
It is really in the heart of our strategy to work on these alternative fuels. This implies much more in terms of ecosystem on the port industrial zone, namely working on producing green electricity with windmills, with onshore and offshore windmills, producing electricity with the sun, with the photovoltaic solar panels. And last but not least, to build an ecosystem around hydrogen, of course. We will need huge amounts of hydrogen around CCU, carbon capture and reuse of carbon, which combined with hydrogen allows to organize e-fuel production. And this is really the future, and this is the main challenge of all the ports in the world, to be in advance on these new energy solutions, on this energy transition.
These bunkering operations are the perfect example of a solid collaboration between different actors of the French maritime industry and the local port authorities.